Hey everybody, this is Matt from endsickness.org. Today I'm going to talk about the top stress reduction tools for mast cell activation. First, let me say I'm not a medical doctor. This is not medical advice. This is based on my personal experiences for informational and educational purposes only. So first, what's the best stress reduction tool for mast cell activation syndrome? Number one, in my experience, is slow, deep breathing. Slow, deep breathing was the most critical by far for me. And that is just taking extremely slow, deep breaths through the nose, like hold for a second or two, and you breathe all the way out, up to 20 seconds on the exhale. You go as slow and long as you can. It's going to take several minutes for you to get to that point where you can make 20 seconds of the exhale. But when you do, and you stay consistent with this, do it for about 20, 25 minutes twice a day. See what happens, all right? Your nervous system will instantly calm down. You'll stop reacting to all the things you're reacting to before in this level of severity. You know, your emotions will be much more stable. The emotional triggers won't hit you so hard. The food reactions won't be so significant. You know, it becomes a whole different ball game once you get your nervous system in the right place. But you need to put the work in. You know, you got to be able to do the slow deep breathing typically twice a day for a minimum of 20 minutes and be able to do extremely slow deep breathing. I know there's lots of breathing techniques out there, but just avoid even paying attention to those. This is the one that made the biggest difference for me significantly. Tons of scientific studies backing it. Look up pranayamic breathing. You'll learn more. The next thing is meditation with healing frequencies, okay? You could meditate, close your eyes, slow things down, get some sensory deprivation, turn on some healing frequencies like 432 hertz, you know, whatever. There's lots of different solfeggio frequencies. And you can find them on YouTube. You go on YouTube, type in healing frequencies, type in frequency of God. You can type in various frequencies, frequency for healing, you know, healing trauma, etc. And they have all these different healing frequencies that activate different parts of the brain and that affect you in a positive manner. So combining the healing frequencies with the meditation is absolutely amazing. I even do the breathing with the healing frequencies and the meditation all together in one, and it's a night and day type of situation there. So next thing is an extended stretch routine, okay? Extended stretch routine. This is really absolutely critical if you want to go ahead and overcome mast cell activation. You got to keep your muscles loose because the trauma stores in the muscles, and people typically have mast cell activation have a history of trauma in the past, and you got to loosen up the muscles. Loosen up the muscles. It's great to do that in heat, in the sauna, or out in the sun somewhere that's warm. Stretch out those muscles, you know, every other day for at least 10, 15 minutes, or every day for 5 minutes. Just, you got to keep the muscles loose so you can keep the nervous system calm. Next thing is time in nature, okay? Time out in nature is absolutely incredibly healing to the body, to the immune system. There's things out that plants produce that actually calm the body down when you inhale them. Also, there's different negative ions and other grounding factors out in nature. So you don't want to ever forget about nature. That's, the more you're out in nature, the better you're going to heal. The quicker you're going to heal, the better you're going to feel. And the next thing in terms of a stress reduction tool would be removing the things you crave. Okay, the things you crave are the things that are keeping you going up and down. When you crave something and you consume it and you keep going for it, then you get the up from it and then you go down and you say, oh, it can't be the thing I crave because I enjoy it. But I'm telling you, the cravings are the things that are keeping you flaring. Whatever you crave is bad for you. So avoid the things you crave if you want to reduce stress, if you have MCAS. Next thing is intermittent deep breathing, okay? Say you're in the middle of the day and it's a stressful event, you can't close your eyes and do a breathing session. Then you just do slow deep breathing while you're listening to someone, while you're watching TV, while you're driving, while you're writing, while you're reading. You could do the slow deep breathing through your nose. It's just simply slow nostril breathing in and out as slowly as you can. And this is absolutely critical to try to reset your nervous system during the middle of the day when it's triggered by something. This is something that's been absolutely critical for me. I do my morning routine, the night routine, and then in the middle of the day, if I have any type of triggers, I'll do a slow, deep breathing, shift, and I'll stay with my eyes open. I'll stay doing what I'm doing, but give me 2-3 minutes of doing that, and I already feel better. The next thing in terms of being able to reduce your stress, restructure your nervous system is listening to calming music. Okay, listening to calming music. That is something that can really get your mind off things and allow your body to relax and appreciate the lyrics and the sounds, etc. Another thing is a clay detox bath, okay? Get in a bath where you just lay, you got a warm bath, you put bentonite clay in it, lay for a while, 30, 40 minutes, get those minerals to soak in you, get the toxins out. That could be something that's extremely relaxing, definitely stress relieving when you have MCAS. Next thing is faith in a higher power. If you don't have faith in God, you're gonna have plenty of stress, okay? If you have faith in a higher power, you're gonna have much less stress. Much less stress. So try to create that real faith, that real belief that you're going to get better, that God's actually looking out for you, that, this is just a matter of time, not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, right? So next thing is focusing on what's within your control. If you focus on things that are outside your control, it's going to make your MCAS worse. You're going to start fixating on these things. You're going to keep feeling worse and worse. Focus on what's in your control and make changes, like what you're eating, where you're living, what you're thinking, who you're surrounding yourself with, how you're behaving, your routines on a daily basis, etc. Next thing that will affect your stress, and it's a great stress reduction tool, is listening to your body, learning to listen to your body. If you're tired because you didn't sleep well last night, that means you need to go to sleep earlier. If you're bloated because you ate too much, it means you need to eat less. You got to listen to your body. You can't ignore it and just go with whatever your desires are and live off emotion. You got to live off of, just intelligence. The reality that if you make a wrong decision, it's going to impact your body, and you got to respect your body if you've gone through something like mast cell activation. If you don't respect your body and you're just trying to get back to living the life you did before mast cell activation, you're going to end up in a giant circle, and this is what I've experienced myself. So next thing is perspective shift. The perspective shift can definitely reduce stress when you have mast cell activation. You have to be able to anticipate healing. Like I said before, this has to be something where you're not the victim anymore. You're actually in control. You're the one that's going to go ahead and turn this into a story that ends well in the end. And this is an absolute key. If you turn this in your own mind as you're the victim and all these things are threatening you and there's no way out, then I'm sorry, but your immune system's always going to feel like it's under attack, and it's going to secrete these inflammatory molecules, which will keep the symptoms going. And that is how it works. Next thing to reduce your stress if you have MCAS is reducing the use of EMF devices like, screen time, reducing your screen time. This is absolutely critical. By staring at that screen, it causes neurological inflammation. They've shown after 50 minutes of staring at a screen, it actually affects the brain and affects the way that your brain operates and causes inflammation. The next couple things, okay, in terms of reducing stress for mast cell activation are accepting your reality. You do have mast cell activation. This is happening. This is reality. Do not fight it, okay? Just work with it. Make changes. Stop eating foods that are triggering you. Stop eating so much meat. See if your house has mold in it. Stop playing the victim role in your life. Start taking control of all these things and realize that the only way you're going to be able to get better is if you take control, right? And the last thing I'll say is this has been an extended video about how to go ahead and manage your stress with mast cell activation. The last thing I'll say is a symptom journal. A symptom journal is absolutely critical. If you write down how you're feeling after what you're eating, you'll be able to eventually see how you're responding to these things, and you'll be able to connect the dots. I have a list of foods that are safe foods. All you do is start off with those safe foods on my website. It's called the Hypoallergenic Food List. Just go look on that on my website. Start off with those safe foods, then gradually start to add back in the yellow, the orange foods, etc. If you have a reaction, you'll be able to see it when you're symptom journaling, and this will be much easier than just trying to wing it. And the problem is when you wing it, you never blame the things that you like the most. You only blame the things you like the least first, and that leads you in a cycle of craving, indulge, symptoms, etc. So thanks for watching, everybody, and hope you enjoyed this video. Go to my website, endsickness.org. I got hundreds of articles and videos on there. Take care.